1453, it's 1456 game, the Merchant Adventurers Company sent a fleet of 3 ships with the intent of sailing to China through the Northeast Passage. Most ships were struck frozen in the ice cap and all their crew died of starvation except for Edward, under Senior Navigator Richard Chancellor, who entered the White Sea and reached Archangel, a small village that would later grow to a port in 1584, when he learned about the wealth and power of the Russian Emperor and journeyed in horse-drawn sleighs in winter to Moscow. Though Russian and English had diverging interests in establishing relationships with each other, the Muscovy Trade Company formed to exploit the new trade as a commercial success, in particular with the Russian fur trade. We gained trade power in the White Sea. Again, the White Sea is terrible. We now control 10% of the trade in the White Sea. There's nothing there to control. Also, Russia isn't an emperor yet. It is a grand principality led by Basil the Blind, Vasily II Timini Lukovich, which is Basil the Blind in English. Ivan the Terrible does not sound as intimidating if you translate it to John the Terrible. This Ivan, let me check while we're over here. Ivan the Great died. Ivan the Great is their starting heir, and he died. So, good luck. Francisco Ferraza is dead, or unelected. Cosmo de' Medici is dead, or they kicked him out of office. The French king is still Charles VII. And Castile has the distinction. Enrique, their heir, is just as bad as Henry VI, though he doesn't cause a civil... And also, like Henry VI, he can cause a civil war. A unique civil war. So, good on. Whoop-de-doo for them. Charles the Bold is still alive. And he has an heir, that's good. If Burgundy dies... If the Duke of Burgundy dies in battle with no heir, all of Burgundy's land is split between the Holy Roman Emperor, usually Austria, and France, instantly. All the Low Countries, annexed by Austria. All this French land, annexed by France. French land that's technically part of the Holy Roman Empire, annexed by Austria. It used to happen all the time, but I've noticed it happens less and less. But if the Duke of Burgundy loses their duke in war before like 1525, bye-bye Burgundy, the whole country just gone. Luxembourg can gain independence. I have seen it happen. Mighty Luxembourg. I am still pretty surprised France hasn't declared war on me. I am okay with keeping this land forever. I'm not going to do anything to it. Maybe culture converted out of spite. But I'm okay with... Oh, advisors died. Let's get a natural scientist. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to fire you. I hope I get someone who's actually useful. Natural scientists increase your income from production. They also have a sort of hidden effect that they make colonization a little bit faster. I don't do much sciencey stuff though. Yeah, better relations over time. I don't really need that, but it is more useful than naval morale. This increases the rate at which relations heal. Like if we declare a war on Scotland, it will increase the rate at which Scotland's relations with us will heal. This is actually... Can annex you in 1460, 3 years, and also 14. So in 1460, I can start the process of annexing the Irish miners. I am really kind of surprised that no one's been messing with me. I am okay with this. Castile's buddy, Portugal. Portugal's my friend, Castile's my friend. Everyone is my friend. And I can only declare war on Scotland. Ooh. Austria is no longer emperor. Bohemia, Brand is emperor of Austria because the Archduke of Austria is 9. He couldn't be elected emperor. Bohemia has become emperor. Bohemia is not as impressive as Austria, but I always like seeing them succeed a bit. Austria gets missions that give them a forced union over Bohemia, unless Bohemia could crush them like a bug. Austria also, usually by event, becomes overlord of Hungary. Hungary is quite powerful. Oh, ooh, that's interesting. Hungary is de Trastamara. Hungary has the same dynasty as the Iberians. Austria is not going to get a union over them. Let's see, we can go to political map mode, dynastic. You can see de Trastamara up in here, Jagiellon, the two Piasts, von Wittelsbach here, and here. The Hohenzollerns, von Dorpat, and de Bourgogne. Looks like Mainz is von Hessen. I believe these two are both von Anhalt. Von Mecklenburg. Yeah, von Habsburg not doing too well. Not doing too well at all. Kazan and the Golden Horde are Gengishid, Velikopermsky, and all the Russians who are monarchies are Rurikovich. I'm not even going to try. Dynastic map mode was added relatively recently. Dynasties matter most to Christians currently. Christian nations can form personal unions with each other via dynastic politics. Other nations used to do that, but it was patched out because the only one that happened historically was one in Indochina between Ayutthaya and Sukhothai, and they just turned it into a standard vassal relationship because this led to things like people would try to get von Habsburg on the throne of the Ottoman Empire and form a personal union with them. It was just ridiculous. There was a infamous thing on the forums that someone is the Ryukyu Islands taking over the world via personal unions, and no. I don't like personal unions very much. They give me a headache. Of course, not much is going on. Brandenburg may actually form Prussia. I almost never see Prussia, not Russia, I see Russia form all the time. Prussia form. Their nations can reform into other nations, and Brandenburg can reform into Prussia. The Livonian Order and Riga can reform into Kurland. Kurland is the best Prussian nation. But I've seen it happen before, but almost never. It requires them to not only survive to the Reformation, but actually convert to Protestant or Calvinist. They can reform into Kurland. And their ideas change. Kurland actually was a historical colonizer, and the Duchess of Kurland at one point inherited the Russian Empire. But now Burgundy's doing piracy things. Okay. Hunt pirates. English Channel. Get this navy actually doing something. You can privateer against other nations, steal some of their money. If they discover you, they can declare war on you, and it makes them angry. In the next DLC, which will come out in 2 months, the North African nations will have the ability to do slave raids on other nations. Mighty Mizab, the Abadi theocracy with no navy, whose national bonuses are all navy-related. Mizab is one of 3 Abadi nations in the game. The other is Oman, and we cannot see the other. I believe it is either Malindi or Pate. Portugal is still not colonizing. Interesting. They almost always colonize. Oh, they don't. They haven't advanced in technology enough that they can colonize. Neither has Castile. Gotta watch these two. I'm not really doing anything. My manpower reserves still have not recovered. Let's speed the world up a bit. I think because I'm streaming, it's not really having an effect. Oh. I can afford the prestige. Have your monopoly charters. Now, give me Diplo points. Basic financial instruments, trade range, trade efficiency, and naval maintenance. Usually, I would wait to get Admin Tech 5 to do things related to colonization, but I don't think... Hold on. Yeah, there's nowhere we will be able to colonize. Everywhere is too far away. Portugal and Castile can start colonizing in Africa and then hop from Africa to Brazil. The nearest place we can colonize is Greenland, and it's still too far away, so we won't be able to colonize till we hit Diplomatic Tech 7, so I'm perfectly okay taking this. It increases the amount of money we make anyway. Overseas trade is very risky, but also highly profitable. The development of financial instruments like letters of credit will help reduce the risk, increasing our profits. It does increase our money a little bit, but also makes our navy cost more. I think it's a fair trade. Making 7.65 ducats a month. We have plenty of ducats. Plenty of ducats. Buildings. Oh, I can build it. Going to see. Production interface. Buildings. Churches. Now, where would give us the most... I cannot see that to save my life. The interface is being very weird. But I'm going with... Building a church in London will give us the most money each month. Yeah. Well, actually, Gascogne would. But, again, French land I'm not going to mess around with. Gascogne actually pays us more tax, makes us more money than London. But London provides us with more men. Total development. These two are over 20 development, while, yeah, Connaught, Gwynedd, and Cumbria. Ugh. 5. Of course, the one that's cheapest to raise is Lincolnshire, 49. I tend to only raise development if I'm maxed out on monarch points and can't spend it on technology or other things. So we're just kind of chilling on our island, doing English things. Can't enact a debate in Parliament because for 10 years after the debate started. So 3 years we'll be able to start annexing Munster and Tyrone and have another debate in Parliament. Yay! This will give us 31 more development. And France annex Navarra. So yeah, France annexed Navarra. Navarra's land goes to France with 60% local autonomy. They get a free corps on it, and they get their army and navy. Not that I think their army and navy really contribute much. And they've used that extra diplomatic relations slot to ally Milan. Milan, who are still a republic. I'm impressed. Captain and defender Geronimo de Guzman. Inaugurated 2 years ago. Okay. So my allies are Castile and Portugal. Portugal has the mission to conquer Tangiers, held by Morocco. Castile has the mission to finish the Reconquista. A generation of cowards. Lose manpower. Armies fight worse for 10 years. Taking 5% more casualties while inflicting 5% more casualties for 10 years, even if we don't, it's not worth it. I'll just lose more manpower. 6,000 men. Purged from military service. We in our metal hats. Pointy sticks. Guns? We don't have guns. We don't get guns still. Tech 12. Yes, unit sprites change over time. except for the Eskimo sprite. The Eskimo sprite is stuck being the same. It doesn't. Well, it actually changes into the generic Conquistador sprite. Eskimo cavalry and artillery looks like the generic Conquistador sprite, because no one plays as the Siberian natives. I don't know if that will ever change, but I hope it will someday, because it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, we have unique infantry sprites that I have. Well, I have unique infantry sprites for them. I have unique infantry sprites for Aragon, France, Brittany, Burgundy, Scotland, Novgorod. Don't ask. Nice Ragusa. Yeah. Oh, Genoa and Lubeck. I don't know if I have any others. I might. Just something satisfying about seeing. Oh, and for Byzantium. I think that was free. I got that for free. Because, you know, they last a long time. Novgorod lasts a long time. No, they don't. Lubeck used to be absolutely monstrous in early patches because they owned Hamburg and Bremen at the beginning of the game, but now, and they were called the Hansa. But now Hamburg and Bremen and Hamburg are independent nations allied to Lubeck, rather than the Hansa being a unified nation state. So they're still pretty impressive for a one-province nation. But the long gone are the days of me actually uniting Germany as them, or the AI Scandinavia always being devoured by them. Yeah, I have the Form Germany achievement as the Hansa. I conquered all the requisite land. East Frisia is doing unusually good. East Frisia is a German state that is not a member of the Holy Roman Empire. So every time they attack a member of the Holy Roman Empire, which all their neighbors are, the Holy Roman Emperor will defend them. So the fact that East Frisia has actually taken land is actually pretty impressive. Considering they start with this. Not even gonna try. Sometimes it's best to accept the limits of, yeah, see, Muscovy has grown up enough. They can die early in the game if Lithuania or the Hordes jump them. They've grown enough that they're taking out the Golden Horde. They have the mission to conquer... Let me guess. Muscovy has the mission to conquer their ally. Usually they take the mission to conquer Novgorod, which gives them bonuses to development in Novgorod once they conquer Novgorod. Instead, they have the mission to conquer Tver, which only gives them bonuses in Tver. And that's not as good. And Tver is their ally, so they're not even going to do that. It's just silly. Silly. Why'd you do that? Yeah, it leads personal unions with Brabant, Flanders, and Holland. Chance 0%. Nevers is a vassal. Though they should start trying to... the nations should start... Yeah, Savoy is already annexed their vassal Montferrat. Bohemia has annexed their vassal of Silesia. Denmark has annexed Holstein. Looks like Muscovy has annexed Yaroslav, which is one of their starting vassals. And Venice has not annexed their vassals yet. They have Corfu as a crusader state, and Naxos as a crusader state. Those are vassals of Venice. Very big liabilities because the Ottomans want to devour them. I don't think anyone else. So, yeah, France annexed Navarra, so I'm kind of surprised that Burgundy has not tried to annex Nevers yet. They haven't even started trying to annex Nevers. Well, then again, Charles de Bourgoin has no diplomatic skill whatsoever. His heir does. But his heir does not help him. Okay, making money. Spending this money on useful things. Spending it on a church in London. Yep, London makes us more money now. So this is 1.19. I don't know if it will go up at the end of the month. No, well, it was making us less, and now it is making it. Yeah, it is making us more now. So, yay, us. That? I don't need that. I may need that in the future. Currently, we're just sitting here prepping for colonization, and I'm trying not to blob around the map so much. I mean, maybe Castile, Portugal on my side. France has mostly rubbish allies. Well, Milan and Savoy aren't necessarily rubbish, neither is Scotland. But yeah, I could theoretically try and take Armagnac, which is my core, from France. But I don't think that would work out very well. But I may go up to level 2 advisors. They provide me with more points, and this is a treasurer. He increases my tax income. Sure, Christopher Clarence, you're hired for diplomatic points. You increase my trade income, so you guys paid for yourselves, looks like. No, well, you reduced my income by 5 ducats, but you should have reduced it by 8. So, good on you. Making me more monarch points. I'm going to need them. My manpower's still a joke. And I don't have the noble estate that I can demand troops from. Can I do anything with you people? No. No. Okay. You improved your land any? No. Yes. You've... No? No, I guess they just got an event. No. No land improvement whatsoever. Did not improve their land either. Has Scotland been improving their land? No. No. Wait. No. 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 Scotland has not improved their land either. So... Okay, at the end of 8... Okay. This seems like a good time to stop. Cardinal Minister has no drawbacks right now, so currently all he does is help us. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna save the game. And that's all. Have a good night, people of Streamland. Good night. Thanks for watching if you watched. Bye-bye.